Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Cinnamon and Spice Podcast.
Okay, we ain't sweet.
Not a dang thing. I'm Ak.
And I'm Nine.
Yes, happy Monday, y'all.
Welcome back.
It's cold, okay? The weather has officially broke, so y'all need to bundle up. I don't want to see no more thighs and butt cheeks, and that's talking to myself as well.
Y'all probably gonna see mine still. Lick a coat does one hell of a thing to you.
You got your trench.
Okay, I love a good trench coat. Thanks.
Anyways.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know, right. But woo, we have one more month left of this year, and what a year it has been.
We did it, Joe.
Did we? Did we, Joe? Did we do it?
It's the did we?
Because
I survived. Okay, I don't care. I did it.
Hey,
I did it. I can't speak for the people. I can speak for myself. I did it. Okay.
Facts.
Look, we black people, we did it. Okay, we did
tried.
We did what we could.
We do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do what we could.
We still just, being black in America has always been
hard.
deep
Negro style.
It's always been tough, but 2025, It's been a year. I don't know. I mean, at the start of this year is when the whole DEI thing happened, and it's just been downhill since there. And frankly, I think the past years when the big orange man was already in office, we were already starting to see how racism had never went anywhere.
Oh, yeah,
right?
but we knew that.
Let's make that very clear. Yeah. But the way that it has been, people are so comfortable in their racism now. Not saying like they weren't in the past, but like, the time of Obama kind of changed. People. I voted for Obama. I'm not racist type stuff, and now it's like they are proud to say they are racist. They still ain't using the word.
Well, they're like. And that's for now.
That's for now.
Because what they say, like, they're focused on the wrong areas.
Yeah.
Like, why are we in office making swastikas okay? Why did that ever have to be okay? Like, the issue is racism was never, like, punished. Like, people were not punished for it. Mm-hmm. It was really just like, as a nation, we were so young and we were so ignorant, and we're trying to move past that. Let's not talk about it. Let's not speak about it. Let's just move forward.
Because why would they punish it when the leaders themselves are?
Exactly.
They would have to punish themselves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly why they ain't trying to release that list. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we can't move forward, though, if y'all are acting like it's not there.
Right.
And then we have, like, people who are supposed to be our allies who come over, and then now they're blinded because they're like, oh, my gosh, like, America's been great to us. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way racism is an issue. Actually, we've seen how you guys acted, and maybe that's why... Whoa, stop. Mm-hmm. Let's think about the place that you came from and how they're directly impacted by the same people that we're telling you is, hey, our villain. Yeah. Like, it's a lot of... I don't know, like erasure. Like, you're just trying to ignore it because, once again, then you would have to see the racism in yourself.
It's a lot of hypocrisy.
Oh, yeah. A whole bunch of it.
For sure.
Worry about my cause, but not ours.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. And just a little tidbit on that, right? Because I hate any like, genocide happening in any country. I hate when other countries are dealing with, other things. Cinnamon and Spice is partnering with Speak to Me for a winter clothes drive, right? And we have been promoting that heavily. And I'm only mentioning this because I have a few people on my Instagram specifically who born and raised in America, American born, Black American influence. And I hate what happened to Jamaica. Mm-hmm. I'm for all the things that, everybody's supporting them. But sometimes I feel like we have a weird way of shining too much light on other people's pain, other countries' pain, when we got a lot going on over here. I'm all for people supporting Jamaica and, of course, seeing, because what happened to them was horrible, but no shade, that happened to my hometown a year ago, and a lot of that support didn't happen there. But, again, it'd be a lot of stuff happening in our own country, and people don't be so quick to want to support and do for our home base, right? And I feel like if we just focus a little bit more on our home base, things could get better for us. And no shade, like I said, this is no downplay on anyone or even Jamaica, because I hate what happened to them. I'm for everybody, donating and sending and trying to support them. But I think sometimes we also need to support your local community.
And make sure your house is good first. Like,
yes.
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
For those who don't know, you should if you've been watching for a little bit, but we'll act like you're new. So Ox from Asheville. And there was the really bad hurricane that happened. And there wasn't a lot of research. Like, there was just, fend for yourself type deal. But people fail to realize, like, okay, when you want to go on your vacations and y'all are up, in Asheville for that, to enjoy the mountains, to enjoy the cabins, okay, there are people who live there outside of just the tourist attractions.
Right.
And
it's crazy because the tourist attraction, the biggest one, the Biltmore House, Helene hit right outside of it. So it's like, you can't get to the house without seeing the direct impact on what the hurricane did to that city. So it's like she said, y'all be wanting to go on y'all's vacations, and by all means go up there because the city actually needs that, that money. But it's like, let's also share some awareness and try to shed light on the communities around it that is still being affected. Like, people lost their jobs, people, lost homes. Like, a lot was affected, like, up there. The water supply is still kind of questionable. So, yeah, like, kind of, like, pay attention to home base as well. Even if home base is not necessarily your direct home city, like, think about what's going on in America as well, even if it doesn't necessarily directly pertain to you.
What you say? Because Flint still ain't got water.
Flint still does not have clean water.
Yeah, and I feel like that's another issue.
How many years?
Too long. Baby girl ain't even baby girl no more.
I'm like, it's been like a decade.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
And that kind of goes back to where I feel like with America, like, their issue is, like, we're supposed to be the one great nation, but nobody is together. Like, there's no togetherness at all. And as long as it's not affecting you directly, then you don't really care.
Right.
And it's like, for other places, okay, we know how the gays kind of looks, where it is one of those things, it's easier to, like, cast sympathy for other places. And then for your own, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna need them to get to work. Like, if they go back to work, they'll have money, and then they can fix the problem themselves. Okay, babe, listen, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
With a napkin in between.
Okay. And a pair of latex gloves on. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. Like, babe, their places were destroyed. Their work was destroyed. Yeah. So if there's no work, how are we gonna go to work to get the money for the work?
Thank you.
So
thank you.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's a lot in that regard gets
overlooked.
Yeah, overlooked, and it's kind of pathetic. But we've been saying that until we blew in the face. Like, you're supposed to care before it gets to your door.
Thank you. Yeah, but care before no one's ever gonna care until, like she said, until it hits you. But black people, I know it's crazy because being black in America is, like I said, exhausting. And we already knew this, but I think for me personally, because I'm back in the office now, and I'm going to keep bringing this up because being back in office after working from home for the past 3 years, baby, you really get exposed to a lot of things.
Oh, now you're about to see how people act after COVID. Like, your little trips in between is one thing. Now you're fully immersed.
Yeah, girl, it's the microaggressions that I have dealt with because I've been at this job, a little over a month now? Mm-hmm. Whew. Yeah. And it's all from white men. Mm-hmm. My job is very diverse. A lot of my own is in there. Not too many of the other. I mean, there is a good amount of the other in there as well, but very diverse from all shades and all demographics and backgrounds in there. But there are some white men in there, particularly one in particular, and I won't say too much about this individual in case they happen to come across this video, which I don't know why they would. But the microaggressions from him alone since day one have been very loud with me. I'm a very loud and proud Black woman. Mm-hmm. Anyone who knows me knows that. And I'm kind of like that I tone it down a little bit in the office. But again, this is my first time being in office in the past few years. So it's an adjustment for me and getting used to like toning down who I really am in the workplace. And with that, it's been kind of odd seeing like little simple things things that I would think would be simple anyways get kind of blown out of proportion just because of who I am. But then when it comes to my white counterpart, it's looked over and it's glazed over. And it's kind of like weird for me. Like, I've dealt with it before in the past. Like, this is not my first time in the office setting, but it's like after it was different before COVID. And so it's crazy that you even said that, because it did feel different before COVID, because it felt like some of it, I don't even think it's micro anymore. It's complete macro.
Yeah, like, so you got like an example you want to throw out? Like, or?
For instance, so we work at a desk all day, and they provide some people, if you asked, with lifters so that you can stand. You know, you don't have to, you're not confined to your seat. So I came in my training class, and a guy who was already there for pre-licensing had already had a lifter. So day one in there, I'm asking about a lifter. This white male at my job, he is a higher up from me. He pretty much let me know that it's a pecking order to it.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you got to be there for a while to get one. But I'm looking at someone on my training team with one. So I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. I'm not even going to think twice about it. That was when I first got there. Now weeks have gone by and we're getting moved to our actual teams. And I'm like, okay, I need a riser. Like, I'm used to being able to stand up and kind of move around, and like sitting him, it's starting to mess with my back a little bit. And so I'm like, okay, so I mentioned it to him again before we even found out about our teams. And I'm like, hey, I see an empty riser over there. Is there any way I can like call dibs on that before we move? And he's just like, pretty much no. I'm like, flat out no. Oh, you might get moved to a team with a riser. You never know. Just a whole bunch of like bullshit, BS. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I talked to the person in my training team about the riser. Like, well, how did you get it? Because I'm trying to figure out how I'm having to like dang near beg this man for a riser. And you have had one since before I got here, and we're in the same training class. So it's like, what is going on? So told me that he pretty much went above him to HR and said something about, medically needing it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't mind doing that, because I for sure could get a doctor to sign off, whatever. So I didn't do that, but then we got moved to our teams, and I seen that, well, before we even got moved to our teams, he said, the riser, we don't move risers from team to team. If you go to a team, it has to already be one there for you. Okay. Found out my team, there's no riser. There's no riser. But again, there's that empty one in the other team, right? I go and ask, hey, there's still that empty riser over there. We've now moved teams. No one's using it. He then tells me, well, usually we only give those to tenured agents. Now I'm frustrated again, because you can't tell me this when a trainee, someone in my same, the person in my training class he's not even African American. He's actually of Jamaican descent, but he's a man. And like I said, when it comes to like being black and a woman, is the microaggressions can be different than they are to men counterparts, our male counterparts. But it's like, I don't have the riser, y'all. I'm not getting one. I'm gonna have to order my own, to say the least. But I did see someone else get a riser the other day that hasn't even really asked for one. They just got it. Yes, they're. So I was like, okay. I was just frustrated, because I'm like, I've been asking at this point 4 or 5 times about this riser since the day I started. Yeah. And now I'm like, and that's just one incident. The other is like, I spoke my mind about some of the systems that we've been switching to, and he visibly turned red and got mad because he tried to correct me on the question I asked. Because I'm like, I know what I'm asking. And he tried to correct me on what the trainer said to me. And I'm like, no, this is what they're said, so this is why I'm questioning it. And got completely mad that I got mad. That I didn't even get mad at him, but he got mad that I responded to him being wrong. Okay. But then my white counterpart did the same thing in a way more aggressive way. And he's just like, well, what's confusing? Let me help you. But when I did it, it's an issue. Yeah. But all I had was a question, and our question wasn't even that different. But my white counterpart was actually kind of aggressive. Yeah. In the question.
No, that's fair. I've noticed something similar, like where I might ask something and it's very clear on what I'm asking, and they answer whatever the heck they wanted to answer. Like, and that's if you receive an answer.
Thank you. If you receive an answer.
Similar to switching programs, we did have a program where like they had us trying out like the system that they were going to switch to, and anytime like problems would pop up, they would want you to like respond in the chat and like let them know. So I would like respond in the chat, let them know, would get no response, or it would be like a afterthought of like, oh yeah, like are you still having that issue type deal. So what I would do is I would just tell like the there was somebody else that was on my team. I would just tell him, because every time he would have an issue, he put it in the chat, it would it would get answered or get handled. So I don't know, like I feel like my navigation through stuff like that is a little different than sometimes of my counterparts, because I'm okay with it. Not saying that I'm okay with it. It's just like
you're used to it.
It's not worth like making a fuss.
It's not.
So I'll just like, but I'm still get it done.
Right.
Like, I'm still getting handled.
And I ain't making fuss. I'm gonna make that very clear. I do not make a fuss. I'll just
get someone else to handle that for me. So like. Now I got little minions. Like, hey, I have this problem. I need you to take care of this problem for me, and they get the problem. I
think I might need to just start leaning into that.
Like,
but again, it's an adjustment being back in office.
Yeah, because
I did not have to deal with that when I was working from home.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Yeah,
and then also like we could come off as like, whether I'm saying it aggressively or not, I'm constantly getting tone checked.
Yep.
And I don't like that when I know like. There's some people with some nasty attitudes.
Yeah.
So if you try to like do the whole tone police thing with me, I know it's from a space of like, you're not used to hearing black women just speak in general, because I would never put those type of sentiments on myself. So like I would never be like, oh yeah, she has a nasty attitude, or oh she's like
aggressive.
Yeah, like I'm not those things. So when you try to play it as like, oh whoa, calm down, like relax, because I don't have a gun. I just have the color black. I need you to relax.
Literally.
Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
So it can be exhausting, but I also found myself like, if I know what to expect from you, I'm going to expect that. Like I'm not gonna even allow you to like, I don't know. One of my coworkers, I'd be having to tell her all the time, like, I'm not trying to be the change of this place. I advise you not to be
do the
either.
same,
because it just ends up putting like a marker on your back. And now you're being targeted on something, when realistically you could be having the same concerns as everybody else. You could have this one girl who flip out, but because she's white, it's okay for her to flip out. Let me do that.
It's not.
You gonna put a whole mark on your back, and I don't like marks on my back.
Me either.
I'd rather,
especially not at work.
Yeah, I would rather just leave the
work.
establishment when it no longer benefits me than to sit here and try to like make y'all see me or make y'all like change in certain areas, and then now I got a target on my back, and now y'all trying to get me up out of here because we already know how North Carolina get down.
Thank you.
So
at will.
Okay, and they will do that.
Yeah.
Especially like we've already said in the beginning of this, racism is not punished, and like. Even when they had like this investigation at my job, and they was talking about like and HR was like trying to get us to open up about situations. Honestly and truly, I don't feel comfortable talking to you, bro.
Yeah, HR is not your friend.
Yeah, like respectfully, I didn't make the complaint. I didn't say I had an issue. Why am I here?
Thank you.
I ain't even.
And why was my name even included?
Okay, like I
don't know what y'all got going on.
Okay, I don't even want to talk to you.
Okay, I do not feel comfortable. Yeah. I need a lawyer. Do I need a lawyer?
No, literally, I was about to say, do I need a lawyer? Because no, I don't even want to talk to y'all.
I got one. I'll go.
Yeah, like.
But no, like facts, like. The type of discrimination that we deal with at work is real, but I think how we deal with it is major, because there are ways to deal with it to, in a way, benefit you.
Yeah, like I'm not saying to ignore it. Yeah, and that's why I said like and that's why I said like I just put other people on the job of it. Or
that's why I'm like I'm gonna have to take that tip, because
like,
I don't do that. But I'm also still, trying to make my little
like I told you
friends and stuff in there.
Exactly, because like even when I came onto the job, like when I came onto the job, I feel like that was my first time experiencing like a particular type of black person. Like I'm not I'm not the box. I don't fit in the box.
You're not.
So like
I think either one of us is. Yeah.
No, most definitely, because we're not a monolith. But
Thank you.
They refuse to believe that.
Yeah.
So, like, being introduced on, I was told, like, oh, yeah, like, this one got an attitude. This one don't say too much. I'd be careful. I'd be wary. Man, I go over there and talk to them. I said, Don, they just had RBFs and you didn't know how to connect with them. Like, and
it wasn't an attitude. That was just her face.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
She was actually really sweet.
Yeah, no one said anything to her for the past 6 hours. Like, why would she be sitting at her desk talking about some...
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of weird, don't you think? So, like, neither one of them had that... Although that's how they were introduced to me, I'm over there like, bro, these folks is chilling. Like, they're literally regular. But because of that, I feel like, I don't know, I brought them a wave of air that they never had before, which sometimes I be having to be careful, because I'm like, okay, like, I'm not. Everybody got their point.
Yeah.
Everybody got their pressures.
Yeah.
And I have things that I care about and then things that I really don't care about. But if you step on a mom, baby, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Like you already stepped on it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's really exhausting having to like code switch and having to like figure out which mask to put on.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it to you don't want to be easygoing. But you also don't want to be like so
too stern.
Yeah, on everything where okay, now you're being put in that unmanageable or uncooperative box. And once you're in that box,
they love to get rid of them,
girl.
Especially in the sales.
Once you're in the
if they put you in uncoachable, that's the word they're gonna use. Uncoachable.
Yeah,
they don't like that. I mean, it all falls like systemic racism ain't going nowhere no time soon. Okay, it's literally embedded in what this country stands for
sure,
and is about. So it's like, as Black women, we have to, Black people, period, but we Black women, so we always talking from Black women's standpoints. We have continuously been learning and adjusting to what is thrown at us from whether at work or in the real world. It's a lot of it. And obviously the only way to really change that is more of us being in the system. That's why y'all need to make sure y'all are going out and voting for Mr. Taven Stackhouse, Felton Stackhouse, right?
Yes.
Felton Stackhouse for congressman next year, and we'll remind y'all when those.
Especially if you're in those areas, and then because that's High Point, Greensboro, Concord, Winston. Like,
but we'll highlight some Charlotte people as well. But voting is important in ways that people still are not realizing, but. Local elections are more important than the presidential election that y'all do every 4 years. So it's really important. If we want to cut it off from the feet for real, we got to start putting our own in office and our own that stand for something. Because all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
But I will say, even on our past elections, we was pushing it on time. I've seen a whole bunch of colored folks.
You talking about the most recent one?
Yeah. But I seen a whole bunch of colored folks. So I was proud of us. Like, we was in there, we was in the herds.
Yeah.
Because I think people are starting to realize, like, okay, even if you feel like the presidential election is BS, which it is just a...
For real. Elon admitted to
we keep saying
for
they're puppets. Yeah. And you gotta know what the puppet is, okay? Yeah. But the ones that are closer to you do have more influence over. So I urge and suggest us doing our research and getting involved, so we're not letting our voices not count. Because I can't get behind the folks who say that our vote don't matter. Our people died for it. I'll stop there.
Thank you.
They killed us for it.
Thank you.
And now they're trying to do everything in their power to prevent us from going out there and voting. But you think your vote don't matter.
Right? They want you to think
that.
Just
sit on that. Yeah. Like, if it didn't matter that much, then why are they making sure that they can do everything in their power to stop you from voting?
Thank you.
If it didn't matter that much, why did they count you as 3/5?
Some of them are. Some Texans are now being counted as 3/5.
That's what I'm saying. They keep trying to. Yes,
I think it might be less than that.
They want y'all to act like y'all vote don't count. Don't let them do that to you.
Yeah.
So get out.
And the longer y'all think it, the more they win.
Yeah.
So the system won't change if we keep falling for the propaganda that they are pushing towards us.
Okay, literally.
But it's exhausting just continuously talking about it, honestly.
It is. I'm over this whole thing. I'm ready for the trumpets to start. But until then, I'm holding on because I need to secure my seat. But dang, like, because it's just tiring. Like, I feel like just Black people in general, we've constantly have a target on your back for what you do and what you don't do. If you did say something, if you don't speak up for these people injustices, but you speak up for your own.
Yeah.
If you like... It's just a lot. And they expect us to have octo arms. But you don't. You only have 2. If you're lucky. So with that being said, just embrace those that are around you, that are near you. Like, I urge you, because it is not the 5th yet. We are still accepting donations. If you are in Charlotte and want to know how you could get with us for the food drive, for the winter clothes drive, please let us know.
That is
we'll
December
have more
6th.
information on that. But yeah, we're accepting donations till the 5th. So if you're in Charlotte,
monetary
again,
as well, if you cannot donate clothes, we definitely will take monetary donations. We will put the Cash App that you can donate right here on the screen, and all Instagram pages if you are into volunteering. But yes, come out and love thy neighbor.
Okay. And with that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all next Monday at 6 p.m.
And if you watch to this part, drop a brown heart in the comments, okay? We'll be watching those. But yeah, see y'all next week. Hope y'all enjoyed. Bye.
Bye.